I want to bring in number 10, guys. And Ford, the auto giant, hired more than 14,000 domestic workers since 2011, topping a pledge it made 3 years ago. Ford had promised to recruit 12,000 workers by 2015, but in May said its hiring was ahead of schedule and that it would likely overshoot that number. That's one way to overshoot, a good way.
And at number 9, it is Hasbro. The toy maker is partnering with Disney to make dolls linked with the popular movie Frozen in 2016, thus leaving rival Mattel out in the cold. Hasbro's new partnership could help strengthen its girls division, which has been a bright spot for the company. So bad news for Barbie.
Bad news for Barbie, indeed.
Bad news Barbie. That's the next one.
Oh, God. Who's going to buy that? Number 8 is Intel. Shares have surged 44% since the chipmaker's new CEO, Brian Krzanich, took over 16 months ago, making it the best performing stock in the Dow. Under Krzanich's watch, Intel has boosted its share of the server chip market to 98%.
And at number 7, guys, is Citizens Financial Group, the U.S. subsidiary of Royal Bank of Scotland, gearing up for its second day of trade after the IPO. Shares gained more than 7% in yesterday's debut on the New York Stock Exchange, but the stock is already slipping, as you saw in the pre-market. This is the second largest IPO after Alibaba.
Yeah, amazing. Biggest bank IPO since 1999.
But it got none of the excitement or hype.
Because nobody cared. They were like, oh, it's all about Alibaba.
All right, and number 6, this is something you should be excited about, but very different in the pharma sector. This is the company that said it closed a licensing deal with Sanofi for the development and commercialization of its inhaled insulin product. That would be a huge game changer for anybody with diabetes. Mankind said it will receive a $150 million upfront payment within 10 days of the closing. The stock surging on the news this morning.
Number 5, Jabil Circuit. Shares climbing after the contract electronics maker forecast current quarter revenue and core earnings above analyst estimates. Jabil's results benefiting from strong sales of, guess what, Apple's new iPhones.
Ah, yes. And number 4, guys, speaking about Alibaba, SoftBank, the Japanese carrier, has lost more than $8 billion in value since Alibaba went public last Friday. SoftBank, which owns about a third of the Chinese e-commerce giant, has fallen more than 8% so far in the past week.
That is hard to understand. We're going to have Masayoshi-san.
You know, it must have been used as a proxy in the lead-up, and then now that it's Alibaba's actually trading on its own.
But interesting to know they didn't sell any of their stake in that IPO.
Yeah, they're all in.
Curious. Number 3, it is Valeant Pharmaceuticals, the company naming activist investor Jeffrey Ubben to its board. The move underlines the money manager's support for the company in its hostile takeover for Allergan, the maker of Botox. Ubben is the CEO of Value Act Capital Management, Valiant's second biggest shareholder.
Number 2, Apple. A few days after announcing record iPhone sales, more than 10 million in the first weekend, the tech giant awash in some problems. Apple had to pull a new software update after it caused some people to lose cell phone service, and users are complaining that if you sit on the new larger iPhone 6, you'll bend it. Bendgate.
So don't sit on it. That's what you do. And don't update your software. I haven't. Okay, at number 1 is Nike. The sports retailer reporting after the bell today. Analysts are estimating first quarter earnings of 88 cents a share with double-digit growth in futures orders in emerging markets in Western Europe. Nike shares are trading near an all-time high, and scarlet is in Yankee blue because Derek Jeter, by the way, is one of the big endorsers for Nike.
Yes, Nike is one of his sponsors, and we'll see if the game actually gets played tonight.
Yes. You gonna cry?
The Gatorade commercial already kind of made me teary, so.